spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good things that you done for God, that's what it is. We thanking you. We thanking you, brother. Trick. Pas pour arrêter, pas mon frère, là, yon mange à quitter la vie. Apprécier ça, yon café, qu'on yon a parmi nous aujourd'hui. Là, c'est mauvais, valet, pied, non, nous qu'a crucifié mon évi. Faut nous connaître, pour meilleur, c'est pour nous tout ça bénéfice. For all the wonders you done for us all, spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good things that you done for God, that's what it is. We thanking you. We thanking you, brother. Trick. Pour tout ça au café, et puis au Japon, pour culture nous.
Good morning. It's not the final day. I almost said the final day of September. It's 29th of September. This is Julie Roberts, and this is another episode or edition of Creole Heartbeat here on Q95 FM. We're about to have a great one here for you today, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors, Digicel.
Yes, I. Sakai Malad. Prince Wadix.
Get more this independence on your fastest mobile network. Digicel gives you more data, more talk, more coverage, more value every day. Be a Digicel winner of nightly, season, or VVIP tickets to Dominica's premier event, World Creole Music Festival 2023. Winning is easy. Switch to Digicel. Activate any Prime Ultra bundle. Sign up or pay your postpaid and Digicel Plus bill on time. Visit our retail store or speak to any of our agents today. Digicel and Dominica, better connected this independence. Happy 45 years of independence.
Yes, I. Sakai Malad. Prince Wadix.
Welcome back to Creole Heartbeat here on Q95 FM. We are celebrating birthdays today for sure. Kind of every time I don't say happy birthday, I find people calling, oh, you didn't tell me happy birthday, didn't tell me birthday. So happy birthday if you're celebrating. And I corrected myself. It's the 29th day of September 2023. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary also. And we are officially celebrating the independence season. I cannot say the Creole season because Wadix will come for me and say it's always Creole season. And it's a fact. So this morning we're going to be sitting with two cultural officers. I don't want to say icons, and if people tell me define icon, because they just come for me good. And we already have a phone call, but we encourage you to call back. They're already here. All right, let us see who wants to say something this morning. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. This is Miss Walsh. I'm calling from the Dominica Council Agent.
Okay.
I would like to speak about our sports day this Sunday.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay. So the Dominica Council Agent will be hosting a senior fun day or sports day this Sunday at the Lindo Park, Savannah in Goodwill, or the Lindo Park in Goodwill. And it will be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are inviting the general public to attend. The Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams will be present as well. So we are urging the persons from all over to come play some sports. We'll be having lime and spoon tug of war relay. And no, it's not just for the seniors. We're also inviting families after church service. You could come on down to see our seniors playing our various sports and activities. There'll also be a cricket match and a football match, which also will be taking place on that day. So we're just urging persons to come on down to the Lindo Park this Sunday from 11 a.m.
Okay, Miss Walsh, is there an admission?
No admission is completely free.
It's co-
We'll be having barbecue on sale and some drinks on sale. But we are just urging persons if they would like as well to participate in any of our sports and activities, please call 448 3050 and 613 8551. We'll be
oh,
happy to accommodate anyone that's willing
all
to
right. Thank
participate.
you. No, go ahead. Sorry, I was just saying thank you for
Yes,
the number.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So see you guys this Sunday at 11 a.m. at the Lindo Park in Goodwill.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss
Thank
Walsh.
you. Yes.
All right. We always appreciate this kind of things on Creole Heartbeat. That's why we're here. And this has been the Elderly Month. For those of you who didn't know, the month of September, we celebrate our elderly. And on the 1st of October this year, we're doing National Day of Prayer, the second day. However, the 1st of October is Elderly Day. So for all of those of you who have somebody in the community that they really want to reach out to and help, this is the day on Sunday. This is the day the Lord has made. You're going to go out and help your elderly. So you can also go join them at the Lindo Park, where from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. there will be a fun day. There's lime and spoon, and maybe you can do almond and spoon. I realize almond and spoon work better for me, Carlton. It doesn't fall. Gone are the days I have to put chewing gum to hold my lime. Since I've discovered almond and spoon, it stays on the spoon better. But you can go and support them. So thank you so much for calling. I really, really appreciated that. All right. So I was saying we have a cultural officer here with us, and sooner from now we'll have another one joining us. So we have Mr. Carlton Henry here on Creole Heartbeat. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Julie. I'm doing great, thanks.
Aha, you're looking like you're doing great. All right. So you're ready for us this morning?
Yes, I
Brave
am.
and ready?
Always ready.
Okay. So before we just jump into the lineup and everything, we want to talk about you a little bit. We want people to know that the officers who are giving us this information, they are cultural by themselves. It's not just about giving the independence calendar, but you are the personification of culture.
Oh.
So just tell us a little bit about you. How did you get into the whole cultural arena?
Okay, I probably can say I didn't choose culture, but rather culture chose me, because from a very, very, very young age, I've always been intrigued with the independence celebration. I've always gotten excited during that time of year, because I don't know if it's the colors or the style of dresses or the language, but just something about it usually get me excited. So very, very early in my life, I always wanted to be involved and stuff. So I can remember at one point they had a summer program in Grand Bay, and they had somebody teaching the traditional dances, and for whatever reason, I was just into it. And from that time on, I have never turned away.
So they're
I've just
different
gotten
types,
deeper
right?
into it. Yes.
Okay, so
yeah,
I know there's the ballet.
right. The
So
Bella is,
so what's the other
the
ones
Bella
also?
is actually what I say, the longest African retention dance kind of. It's one of the only things that you could say we kept pure from Africa. All other things we have enhanced them with different little cuter way of doing them.
Yes,
Like
yes.
some, for example, there are the other dance, what they call the wrong dances and the couple dances. These are like the quadrille, the heel and toe, the mazouk, the lancers. There's so many of them. Some that I know and some that I have.
No, I was just thinking
no
that I
idea.
felt like the ballet was the heel and toe. It's not the same
No,
movement.
no. Some of them may have
Different little
movements a
difference.
little intertwined. Probably like in the probably the ballet, you might see a little step where you actually, one of the most calm part of dance, the ballet dance, you actually have to do some kind of heel and toe movement, but it's not as grand. Yes, it's like what older people would say, got petui. What
Okay.
you like you need in your foot. It's
Mm.
like you go onto your heel, then go onto the front part, the ball part of your foot, and then you do it on the opposite side. So then you get this kind of nice kind of slow movement.
Okay. I promised myself, besides just learning the culture now, I promised myself I wanted to learn to do the ballet. As a matter of fact, my daughter said she wanted to do the traditional dance at school, and I was like, "You sure?" She said, "Yes." I'm happy about that. But I do not know the different dances, but I am intrigued with I think it's the ballet. But just because it
At least
has the healing toe, I thought, I can do this.
You will start with one, and then by the time you're done with the ballet, I think you might want to do all.
Okay.
And by the time you look, you might be an expert in them. So you never know. Give it a try.
And you dance ballet?
Ballet.
Okay.
Actually, dance all of them.
Oh, look
if
at
not
you.
all. But the ballet is my forte. The ballet
Okay.
I was self-taught with the ballet.
Wow.
Yeah. So probably giving a little insight more into myself, probably you'll get a little better knowledge. So like I said, I continued at school showing interest in ballet, and there was once I see they had an ad asking for Tradibel members. And they say if you are 18 years and you're looking to be involved in the community and you want to be, self-developed. So I'm looking at this ad and I'm like, I cannot wait to be 18. I cannot wait to be 18. So by Christmas of that year, I was turning 18. So as soon as I turned 18, I was like, Teacher Adi, I want to join the group. I want to join the group. She was like, okay, come. And that was it. That's history. That was in 1999, and I've not turned back.
Wow.
I'm actually the vice president of Tradibel Cultural Groups for
24
years
years
now.
ago. Wow.
Years now. So I'll not be surprised if I think I've been the vice president for almost more than 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, more and more I'm just getting into it. Can you believe I actually dance in public? I think was it the Mazouk, and never did it before in a class. I learned the dance in front of people.
So it was impromptu.
Yeah, it was like, Carlton, we're going to do the Mazouk. I'm like, I'm not too sure the Mazouk. He's like, no, just follow me. Just follow me. No, like, kudos to the ladies in Pidit Savan. I am, as a cultural officer, I hope nobody around the island is taking me to task, but
yes,
I would like to give how do I say, all the blessings to them, because they will take somebody who knows nothing about the dance and then put you on the spot, and by the end of it, people would not believe that you are not a professional dancer.
So there's hope for me.
Yes.
You say yes with a
yeah,
passion. Okay, so you've been a part of that group for 24 years and vice president for 15.
Tradibel Cultural Group. I've been in that group for about 24 years.
Okay.
No,
and what other part do you play in Dominica's culture?
Okay. Professionally, I am a cultural officer. I'm acting senior cultural officer at the cultural division, and I am the officer who's, let me not say in charge. I'm like the liaison officer basically for the traditional dances. So if somebody or a group or a school organization is interested in developing themselves or learning the traditional dances, I would probably be the officer that they would link you to. So I would usually be the one to try to find out if there is somebody in the area where you live in that can teach that type of dance, or if not, I will recommend somebody to do so.
Okay.
Also, I'm the officer in charge for pageantry. We have two of our national pageant, the Miss Wobduet and the Madam Wobduet pageant. I'm the coordinator of that. So I'd usually be the one going out there and look for the ladies and ensure that they are trained, they're ready for the pageants and that stuff. And I do many other little things. Anything that is called of me in culture, I tend to go there.
I'm trying to square my shoulders.
Oh, I realize
Melia Joseph told me, Julie, you look so good in a wobduet. I said, why? She said, thicker women tend to pull it up so nicely. And I was like, I've never worn one. So I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yes.
But I don't think I can do a pageant. I don't think I have the energy.
Surprised.
I tip my hat to people who do pageants.
You'd be surprised. There are people who have never been on stage before, and their first outing on stage, people would be like, you sure you have not done pageantry before? So you never know, because
I've done pageantry. It's just at this age, it's like
No, the older the grape, the sweeter the wine. So probably you might be more experienced at this.
Not when it's a mango. It doesn't test off. Not this Julie mango, but we often say that culture is our lifestyle, our identity. And you often will hear people say, "Oh, we need to do more for the children in the schools and stuff and whatnot." What part has the cultural division been playing in all of this, like all of our culture in the schools? I mean, when you speak of the fact that you can do all the different traditional dances and you're so flexible culturally, what part have you guys really been playing in the schools?
Okay, well, we do have a program where we go into the schools every year.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we it's part of our outreach program. So each officer in the different district, we have 7 cultural districts. So each
Mm-hmm.
officer is expected to visit their schools throughout the year, find out if any of the schools are interested in any of the artistic art forms, and or see how we can get it in, because sometimes there's some schools their first term may be a bit compact.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them may tell us come in second term, and we may bring whatever they need, if it's traditional hand drumming, or if they want to do the ballet, or there are some of them who are not interested in the dances, but they're interested in forming up a choir. So we have officers on board who is first in singing, and actually they're members of professional choirs. Like I will call out Miss Tasha Pelty,
Mm-hmm.
is a staff member. She's a cultural officer, and she usually helps a lot in the terms of the choir or the folk singing in schools.
Yes.
We have officers who are into drama, theater arts, and as you know, some of the schools are going into theater arts now at CXC level, and some of them also take part in the what we call our how call that National Schools Festival, Arts
Mm-hmm.
Festival. We have that this every 2 years, I believe, and there are also impromptu um, programs that come up where children are asked to do little
Mm-hmm.
bit of skits and theater. So we have people who versed in that also helping there. We have all the other officers who are musicians. They usually sometimes go to this. We have not got much request for, like training in instrument part and thing in the schools. But we have officers who are really
Yeah.
able to do so. We have it at a little level, but not that broad like we would have theater arts or the dances. But we do have programs where we go to the schools. Sometimes we feel like we not even wanted, because sometimes there's some of us at some schools constantly. Miss, what can we do? We want to bring culture. I want to, but our class, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like they want the class, but then some of their programs are so packed. So sometimes
Yes.
they ask that if we can come in the afternoons. Sometimes we are booked in the afternoon. The schools or in other community helping. So
Mm-hmm.
some there are time a few schools may suffer because of the programs that we run and probably the timing that they want us to come in there to teach. But we do go out and help a lot of schools. Actually, that's why we have some schools participating in our independence competitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get into the lineup soon. But I just, I last year for Independence, like very often I speak of things I do not know, and then people will say, "You don't speak of things you do not know on the radio. You have to act like you know it." And I say, "Nah, it's gonna be a learning process." That's why I had
Yes.
Milia Joseph try to teach me Creole on air, and a man met me and he said, "Child, you're brave." I just laugh you at home. I was like, "It's okay." We said, "But I learned words that I didn't even know, and I'm a born Dominican." He tell me, "I'm a born Dominican. I born and raised, and I never learned." But people still have this thing when you come on the radio, you have to pretend you know everything.
No.
That's not Julie. Y'all gonna get a different report from me.
Yeah,
So
be yourself.
yeah, and or someone else may learn from it. So last year I had Mr. Raymond Lawrence on air, and we were doing the different emblems. So I'm not sure if, well, yeah, the food is one of the emblems.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that the mountain chicken has gone almost extinct. So now we have a new national dish.
Yes, so on the national dish is callaloo. But
Callaloo.
what I love about
I didn't ask you what you love it. You just love food more than me.
I'm not really a foodie, but if there's something I love, I will tend to
Okay.
gravitate towards it. What I love about the choice of national dish now,
Mm-hmm.
it's something that is authentic. I'm not saying that the mountain chicken wasn't Dominican, but what I find, it's like the mountain chicken wasn't something that you could get at your leisure so easy. So to me, now having callaloo as our national dish, it's something that could say, yes, I'm proud to be Dominican. I can eat callaloo any day. I can just go to the market, get some. You do it with spinach, but the original, what I
Dashing
know
leaf.
the older people would think is the dashing leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do it with spinach. I think I see some people do it with some other form of greenery. It's really nice because it didn't specify that it's crab callaloo. It didn't say it's callaloo.
Oh, we have a
crab
caller? Okay.
or smoked meat or anything. It's kind of leaving it a little bit open.
Good morning, Creole Heartbeat. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat. Okay, I think their phone called in error. Okay, yes. You were saying about the smoked meat and
Yeah. So it doesn't specify that it have to be
mm-hmm.
kalalu with smoked meat or kalalu with crab or codfish kalalu. It kind of leaves it open for your choice of meat, I believe, to add to this
And that's my favorite part
delicacy.
about it too.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
We're doing well, thank you.
Okay, doing well. Talking about Callaloo is the national dish. I am not happy with that because Callaloo was always the national dish. You understand?
Mm.
Well, one of the national dish. So I don't know which one of the Callaloo you're talking about. Which one of the Callaloo you're talking about? I want you to be a little specific. Is this Callaloo with codfish, or is this Callaloo with smoked herring, or is this Callaloo back and I can pick snout, or Callaloo with fish and pick snout and chicken because I cook it, you understand? And if you want me to make the tasty, I can. If you want me to make the tasty, like how I make to drop the macaroni, you understand? I can bring it Harlem for you, you know. Okay. You agree with that?
Well, okay, but caller, when you say
Talk to me.
callaloo with smoked herring, I've never heard of callaloo with smoked
Well,
herring
let
and
me tell you something, man. The smoke herring, you have to know how to clean it. And I will tell you how to clean the smoke herring. This smoke herring in itself, you put it flat on the table and take your hand and you cut out the head and you cut a little piece in the tail. You
mm-hmm.
take the knife and you push it under the skin and you clean it like goose. You pull it, you pull it. Some does be hard and some does be soft. You cut the center, you open it, and there you see the bones, you take it out. Here goes our national first dish with the smoke herring if you want to make it. So it's not a matter you mustn't hear. We have these things in the supermarket. You're going to drop it at your home and you're going to taste it. And when you taste it, you make it, you're going to make your friends and family eat. And that's all about it. Eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like you have a
Anything.
degree.
I know.
A
I'll
degree
have to go
small
spell it
herring.
Sunday.
I'm telling you, not to laugh, man. Not to laugh, man. Listen to me. Everybody crying for pilau with ketchup. Have you ever eaten a smoked herring pilau?
It's nice. I think I've tasted that one.
Oh, you haven't tasted it yet?
No, I've had the saltfish one.
That's so let me tell you something. You're missing out. Check me on the block. I'll cook it for you. Know the block food is the best? Okay, anyway. We was having a little fun, but at the same time, it's a real thing I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Try it, you will like it. See
Mhm.
you. Bye bye.
Thank
I
you
know
so
where to
much for
see you. I
calling.
know I know where to see you. You'll have to go ball and there. That's your friend. Okay.
All righty, thank you. All right, I love my callers, sir. Ah.
Actually, he kind of gave a bit of support to what we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
earlier, which is why we saying we actually love the kalalu being the national dish because it leaves it open that you
Yes.
kind of make the choice of meat or fish
Mm-hmm.
your choice, whatever you want, you feel like you like to eat with it at this point. So
Yes.
it's not closed up.
It's not.
So I think we have the best national dish on the in the entire Caribbean or probably the world by extension.
Okay. All right. So this
Mhm.
morning, I
Mhm.
want us to speak on the Independence calendar. And I see you have a very thick piece of paper
Yes,
there. So that means we have a lot of
a lot.
activities for the season.
Actually, we have activities which began from the 15th of September, even
Okay.
pre-opening.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a few things actually that was ongoing because of Dominicans, we just love a good time. We love to
Yes.
celebrate. We love to
Mm-hmm.
just be into it. And up to I think not long I was speaking to a friend, I can't remember, he's in Morocco, and I was saying that we have in Dominica the best independence celebration ever. While
Mm.
some people may celebrate their independence for just one day, we celebrate our independence for 6 whole weeks.
Mm.
And there's always something happening within that 6 weeks, some either weekday or weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you may know, tomorrow we'll be starting off with the National Day of Prayer weekend. Actually, we do have not just one day of National Day of Prayer. For the people who worship on a Saturday, we do respect that, and we also give them the opportunity
Inclusive.
to celebrate their
Mhm.
national Day of Prayer as well, and on Sundays for the churches who celebrate on Sundays.
All right.
So this weekend is National Day of Prayer.
Good morning, Creole Heartbeat. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat. Can you hear us? Okay. I encourage you to call back. Yes. I like the fact that we look out for our Sabbath worshippers or
Of
the
course.
Saturday worshippers. Yeah.
And
Okay.
if we want to be everybody inclusive, we
Yeah.
have to respect people's choice of worship, and then hence we tend to, we know these are the two main worship days, which is
Mhm.
Saturday and Sunday. So we do recognize these 2 days as National Day of Prayer. Somebody choose what church you want to, or if what service, or if for the non-denominational and you just feel like you want to stay home and
Mhm.
pray, just make it be something worthwhile for the weekend. Then
Mhm.
let's all give glory to God for the good things He have done for us thus far.
Amen.
And yeah, and then we continue with our official opening, which is set to be in Mahu,
Mhm.
Caesar Ground in Mahu. We actually tell people that the good time, should I say, starts at 2. I'd
Mhm.
say we start at 2. So Mahu will be kind of on fire with the Maho Bouillon Apocab with from 2 o'clock. So there'll just be good vibes in Maho from that time.
Yes.
But the official part of the event will start at 5. The official opening with the speeches, performances, and
Mhm.
I can tell you a little secret. Last night I was at the Old Mill very late, and I see
Mhm.
some local celebrity. It looked like some cultural group will have some competition this year.
Oh, let's pause for a second. We don't have a phone call, but we do have a phone call. Let's take it. All right. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Hi, good morning, and good morning to your panel. Under the topic of callaloo, I have another recipe. With callaloo, I am a vegan. So with
Yes.
callaloo, I do coconut milk, I do grilled oyster mushrooms in my callaloo instead of the meat or the fish or whatever.
Mhm.
So that's another interesting way because vegans can also enjoy callaloo as well. So I just wanted to put that in there. Grilled oyster mushroom, you put some coconut milk in your callaloo, you season it up nicely, you blend it, and then you place your grilled oyster, seasoned grilled oyster mushroom in there. Thank you.
You know, phone calls need to start coming with locations. We're talking about food. Thank you so much for that one.
I am in the U.S.
Oh, look at that. But thank you for your contribution.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Julia, I suggest next time we talk about food last week.
I know. Oh, so we're going to pause because our second guest for the program is here with us, Mr. Mikhail Farrell. Welcome to Creole Heartbeat and to QFM.
Thank you, and good morning to all the listeners. And do apologize for my late.
You see, I try to make it seem like you're not late and you're supposed to arrive at this
No, man,
time.
I'm a punctual person. So anybody who knows me, yeah, I ran late.
The second half of the program, as
No,
they
that's it. But as Carlton may have told you, I mean, between today to Sunday, any cultural officer you get vacant or idle, I mean, that's a miracle. We all
Okay.
have our work cut out for us. Late evening, early mornings, and yeah. But we're here.
Okay, yes, so we're actually discussing the calendar.
Yeah.
However, you are a cultural person also, you're a cultural officer. At what age did you get into the cultural arena? Just a quick background for our listeners.
Culture back then in community started as young as 6, 7. Because you started with the cultural group. That's what formed us.
You say back then like you was
No, I old man. What are you talking about?
You say
No.
back then.
But
like,
even from Paybush Primary, my
uh-huh.
journey started at Paybush Primary.
Mhm.
It started with the junior choirs and the little Creole Day shows and thing. And then when I got like around 13, 14, then I graduated into the Paybush Cultural Group. That pretty much shaped me to the person I am. But it started all the way at primary school.
Mhm.
And most people can attest to the fact their cultural journey started at primary school. Not true, Carlton?
Carlton said the same thing.
I was intrigued by it very
Yeah.
young.
Yes.
And then a summer school program was where I got caught.
Very good. But the cultural group thing, you have to wait to get a certain age. And they wouldn't just take everybody. So you have to wait for it to be either in the high school before you could get the permission to join the bigger group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but once you're in,
You're
it's
in.
like a drug, man.
All right.
Thanks for sharing support to
Oh,
my
you said the
story.
same thing, right? I we didn't rehearse that. It's just facts.
Yeah, man.
All right. So we are at tomorrow.
Right.
Okay.
So, like I was saying, the official part of the event where you'll have ministers speaking and the other officials who will be in attendance, it starts at 5.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a compact program. I don't know if we may not have time to go through all of the events for independence, but at least the closer ones, the one we have
Okay. Yes.
closer, I think we can probably just dissect them a little bit.
No worries.
So, for example, tomorrow we should have a number of ministers with us, hoping that the heads of state and the next in line could at least be there. I know they have a very jam-packed program themselves, but we're expecting them, and I hope they could make an appearance. We'll have groups like the Music Lovers, Cicero Singers accompanying us in one of our iconic, I should say, music in Dominica. Should I say not iconic, but at least the music that make us stand out in the world, which is our national anthem. So we're going to have 2 major musical, how do I say, stalwart music lovers and Cicero Singers taking us into that. We will have music lovers doing a special performance themselves. We'll have speeches by Mr. Laville, Mr. Honorable Cassidy Laville, Honorable Greta Roberts, the Chief Cultural Officer, and then performance by the Kalinagos. We'll have ballet by patriotic dancers. Hopefully, St. Luke's Primary School should be doing an appearance. We'll have Kokoi song. We'll have bamboo flute and jingping music, like a mixture. We'll have our local DJ actually going to be hitting us with a lot of traditional music, also jingping music. So it's a how would I say, the fete. It's just a cultural celebration, not just the traditional
cultural
dances. Right. You could just call it that then.
Yes.
With a mixture of traditional hand drumming. You'll have bouillon la with from Maho. So you don't, it's honestly, no.
And a lot of surprises.
Potpourri.
We cannot tell you everything, but it's a lot of
Potpourri.
surprises. A lot of surprises.
Steel band music, and then most importantly, we'll have our ladies tomorrow. Featuring the Team Matador contestants will be doing a little presentation. The Miss Wop Duet contestants will be on stage. The Madam Wop Duet contestants will be on stage. So we're going to have, like, what can I say, fashion, pageantry,
yes,
traditional music, bouillon music. It's just going to be a fire in my.
And we're going to have the food.
Oh, you can't leave that
food
behind.
on sale.
But the food part, we leave it open to the vendors to choose what they want to sell. But I definitely know you can get a few roasts. You may get a few roast plantain, roast corn, and I mean that's Dominica for you, eh?
Okay, and the hunting season is on the 1st of October. It's open.
Yes, so we just missed that by.
It's not
one.
just by
Catch up
day.
next week.
By day.
Michael lick his lips.
No, I'm telling you.
We'll catch up next week.
No, I'm looking forward to it. From Sunday morning, all animals need to just know, okay, it has begun.
Stay in your hole.
Crazy, man.
You won't be coming out, but I'll be coming for you.
Let me tell you, can't wait for the 1st of October.
Yeah. So I don't know, Julie, if the little bit I share would entice you enough to come to Maho tomorrow.
Definitely. And not just me, but also the listening public. People tend to think that these things are reserved for the villagers and the officials. But so you have space that people can come from all over the country, come be a part of it. And I think that's what we need to let them know.
This is the ground in Maho is big enough for all of us. I believe this place have held big major rallies. So what is our little cultural? Let me not say our little cultural, but let's try to make it like a rally too. Let's full up the grounds down in Maho too.
And remember, we're celebrating 45.
Yes.
Celebrating 45. His Excellency or whoever chooses to be there tomorrow will be present. So we'll be starting on time, protocol. But the activity is just full of energy, man. As Mr. Henry just said, he told you the lineup.
Yeah.
But even the all-star, how they call them, the local celebrity. I too was at the rehearsal last night, and to just see how they gel and how they look forward in outdoing each other on stage, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking
I
forward to that.
imagine last night I was saying I don't know what I had to do to become a little local celebrity to be in the mix because I feel a little bit jealous.
You are a local celebrity in the dance arena.
Okay, thanks. I'll take that.
And speaking of local celebrity in its arena, you are now the man to do the jing ping and everything else with the accordion. Is anyone else doing that here?
Yeah, of course. We have Ordell, and we have people like Hans. You know, and
he's speaking of his other celebrities in the arena.
No,
Go ahead.
no, I mean, I want to highlight Ordell. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, but Ordell is making it happen for Jinping. Ordell is almost the face of accordion in Dominica. And he selflessly teaches it and avails himself to everybody. You know, at late hours, at odd hours, he makes the time, and you know, he's very committed to other groups like bands. And Ordell still makes it happen. Like this coming weekend, we need to split Ordell in two because the West needs him, the North needs him. You know, so I mean, I'm flattered that I play the accordion, but I can't take all the credit. You know, I'm happy to be back to help the fort and to give that sensitization. But Ordell has been holding it down, and he's one. I ask him how I call him. I call him my hero. I don't say Ordell. When I meet him, he's my hero because he really makes it. And makes all of us in that kind of Jinping vibes. He make us so good.
Minky, sometimes I do feel sorry for him. You know?
No, man, Ordell.
Because honestly, there are sometimes when I am in my bed, although all of us, the officers, when we do have to do things, we leave late. And you know, what many people say, they love the way we work because we work like a family. And if one is staying back to get certain things done, you may get others, even though they are not too busy doing anything, they may just stay back as a bit of support. And there are times when some of us are at our home, you will see other put in the group chat, home now.
Yeah.
And the type of hours, and I mean, like I feel for his family, because they see a very little of him.
Yeah, man.
Out of the independent season, he has this type of program. So you can imagine now being in the independent season when he has band practice. What I mean band practice, he also plays with two bands, two of our big bouillon bands. And to still make time for the traditional music as well. I mean, come on, a person like that, you have to give them all their kudos, all their flowers while they are running around.
So we can even say that the celebrity group is going to be backed up by the cultural division celebrity band. Of course.
And you're Ordell on that band.
Ordell is on that band. The Chief is on that band. Carlton is on that band. Let me tell you.
Celebrities. I told you about celebrities. Sean, I told you about celebrities.
Let me tell you. Now you bring it up, I would like to let the public know that the band itself is made up of celebrities. Chief Cultural Officer Mr. Matthew will be performing live as a Jinping band. You'll see that. Now the cat is out of the bag. You must come to Mount.
Well, all animals coming out from October 1st. So you bring them out.
Well, the cultural crab is out now.
But you know, I asked Carlton a similar question earlier about the dance and stuff. But for you, like accordion is not something you see often.
No.
You know, and I was telling him maybe I can go up for Miss Bob do it. Maybe I was sitting down like that, but he didn't recognize me. So. And I would like to learn the ballet. There's tons of things I want to learn, but I would never have thought of the accordion. So what as one of the celebrities of the accordion band or the band, you know, is that something you plan to take into the schools and
yes, we plan to take it to the school, and cultural division plan to take it to DIFA. I mean, DIFA will be a complete other program by itself. But the Dominica Institute of Fine Arts, we are offering almost all the traditional art forms as part of the new program that starts on Monday. If you want to learn any of the folk dances, any of the traditional dances, free of charge, you can come to the classes.
And it's in Roseau, or it's going to be in different communities?
For now. You know, because you don't do so you take it one step at a time. So baby, you have to come to class. So just like that, you can learn any of the traditional dances, and of course the instruments. We have local taboo playing, and of course we put in the accordion and introduce you to all our authentic folk instruments.
But don't hit me, don't knock me down. I don't know better. Can the accordion be replaced by the keyboard?
There are some accordions that actually have the keyboard keys. and we don't oppose that neither.
I actually the opposite though.
No, but I'm just letting you know
Uh-huh.
that keyboard and accordion pretty much they are the same family. Actually,
Okay.
there's a presentation tomorrow with a Jinping number, and the accordion being used is the one with the keyboard keys. Just to show people
I didn't even know that.
I'm
Yes,
telling you
yeah.
again, another secret for tomorrow.
My bad, sorry.
Yeah, but we do not want to replace that instrument with an electronic
Right.
keyboard.
Mhm.
It have its time, it have its crowd, it have its season. Accordion is authentic. The
Mhm.
bottomed accordions we get from most of the French countries,
Mhm.
you know, and we want to keep it. We want to keep it unique to our culture.
Okay.
The same way you won't see us using the belly drum to play the jingping. We're giving every instrument its respect. You'll see more a lap tambal on the lap
Mhm.
for the jingping. We could use any drum, but we try to keep it as authentic as we can.
Yeah.
The boom boom, we could improvise that. Somebody can come for bass guitar. No, we want to keep the blowpipe. We want to keep it. So,
Yeah.
answer your question about the accordion to the keyboard, we want to stick to our accordion.
Well, I was just thinking of the new age, and
Yeah.
everybody want to find the instantaneous way or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering, like, what interest would young people have to still want to learn the accordion?
Oh.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
interest is there. The interest is there.
And it should be there.
And cultural division.
Yes.
We have a lot of young upcoming accordionists around the
Mhm.
island. So that's a good sign. Female as well. We have Emma Francois from Paybush, one of our few female accordionists in Dominica. One of our past Work Duet contest winners, Rosilia. She plays the accordion. And she's just from Capuchin, so you can go right there, Julie, and you know what I'm saying?
And I think there are some young ladies in Massac, if I'm not
Of course,
mistaken,
from Sibuli
who were learning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how far they have been thus far, but I know they're still interested.
So, Carter, I think Julie trying to get motivation or get
Julie
encouragement.
what Julie is trying
She
to tell us
can
that we'll be
learn.
seeing her in the cultural division very
And if
soon.
Milia can hear
at
me,
the
tell
old
Milia
club.
the one session alone she do with me needs to continue as well. I have no face.
I'm so happy it's
I'm
not me
saying-
alone.
I'm saying no. Milia started and she need to continue. She know do re mi fa sol la ti do. Now it's time we put music to it.
Take the mic.
Yeah.
Take the mic tomorrow and just say that.
I think it's time for her, Michael. I think she's probably running out of time for things now because Milia, trust me, is head over heels into
No.
everything.
Yeah, man. But
But-
we want to open everybody to come and
But
learn the accordion.
she'll be there tomorrow, so I think you can take her there.
Yeah.
I'll challenge her. on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Milia like a challenge, yeah, trust
Yeah.
me. Milia is a person to sit on the stage tomorrow and I ask you to bring the accordion, That's Milia for you.
But all through the season, you're gonna see different groups coming forward and showcasing,
Yeah.
showcasing.
And by the end of the season, I'll tell you what I want to learn. I don't think it's the accordion. I know I want to learn the ballet. I would say I thought it was the same as heel and toe kind of
Ballet is
thing.
more African.
So he explained.
Right,
he
right,
said
right.
the same thing. It's like, wait, they give you all the manual to read today, man.
No,
That's to show you culture, our bone. It's like we know it at the back
I've been
of
doing
our
that
head.
so long, man, so long.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if we could just run through
Yeah.
the month of activities or the 6 weeks of activities, I should say, that would be great.
Because of time, and as you may watch,
Mhm.
you may see I have a little compact program, so I will tend not to go through everything.
Okay,
word
that's
to
fine.
word, But at least what would be pertaining directly to us cultural division, I will choose to highlight them. So like I mentioned already, opening is tomorrow. Then our first semi-finals, district semi-finals, which will be West and Southwest, it will be held at the Caleb Lower Primary School. That's in St. Joseph. And that's at 3:00 this Sunday coming. There'll be many cultural groups from all the way from Scott's Head to I think it's Dublin.
Yes.
From this long stretch, we'll have different groups taking part in different art forms, dance, music, competing.
Instead of
In these
festival.
different art forms, right? Then on that very Sunday, we have our North East cultural semi-finals.
Which you should come to.
Yeah, Julie. It will be held at the Benz Primary School, and it also starts at 3:00. So actually, we have two semi-finals taking place at the same time. So we
Okay.
have some of us cultural officer attending
The West.
one at the West and the other at the thing. Note, although it's two festivals, these are 4 cultural districts.
Okay.
I'm thinking. So because of time and also we do not have as much cultural groups partaking at this point. It's not like some of them are dead or some for whatever reason. There's a little lull. So the festivals are a bit smaller in each district. So rather than having small activities that people running, we just have let's compact them, let's support one another, let's make them bigger. So as to when we'll go back to the individual ones, not sure soon. You might next year, you never know. We might just have an influx of groups, and then we'll be forced to go back to the individual festivals. I'm sorry, not festivals, but competition. The festival can, because every 2 years we tend to do festivals, tend to give a break from competition. The people regroup and just have a bit of camaraderie, and then we'll go back into competition. So for this year, it's competition, right? From there we'll jump into. Actually, Ministry of Education is here.
I see TTV competition. Are you just missing all the food?
Yeah, but if we go on the TTV body,
the call's gonna come
back.
You
might tell us about TTV Kalalu, TTV. You never know.
Oh, you have to mention it because I want to be
I have no problem, Michael, but like I said, I just wanted to, that's joking. Just wanted to highlight a few of them, actually. Okay. So probably, as you mentioned, probably I can probably elaborate more.
I don't want you to elaborate. You can just read it. Here, and that's fine.
But don't skip any food item.
Okay. So also on the 3rd of October, which will be TTV Festival, will be on at Layu. So, but we will encourage you to come to Caleb Laurent first, because we start earlier to be part of the whole celebration, the competition there, and afterwards just take a nice casual walk down to Layu for the TTV Festival. First is recognized as International Day of the Elderly, the International Day of the Elderly Persons. I think we spoke about that earlier. There's something going on at Lindomat, so whoever can go to support that activity would like you to do so as well. Right. October is for the month is celebrated as a month of patriotism and heritage. This is nationwide. Actually, it's not an individual activity, but it's just a nationwide celebration. So, and actually, it's championed by the Ministry of Education. So the Ministry of Education take lead on that. And then I think this is the month where different schools do different activities with their children on a different day to choose to highlight whatever they think. I think last year we had some in Portsmouth, they had some bush tea day. All different type of bushry.
Well, the great thing starts in Portsmouth. I'm not asking you anything. Moving on.
The bad thing, actually, I'll give you a little thing. It's not tweeting my own, but my former primary school in Granby had the children go to the river and wash with their basins. So imagine some children who know nothing about washing in a river with their basin, rolling on stone. I mean, the children enjoyed it.
We spoke about that a few months ago, because I was telling them I had my first experience after Maria watching the river, but nobody told me I had to be a basse. So a lot of my clothes
went down.
So that is a good thing to teach.
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah, so they really tend to grab the opportunity to teach them as much of traditional and, as I would say, old time stuff that really made Dominica what it was and the people who they are, right? So then we go to the 6th of October, which is Creole. So this is one of the days that we encourage people to dress in some form of national wear. That's the 6th. Then on the 6th, we still have Festival Dweevil, which is by the DFC actually promoting the festival, and they may have a place they may choose to highlight. I don't have it on this paper, but it's somewhere. On the 7th is the next district semifinals. That's in Bellevue Chopin. That will be covering this the groups from the south. So it's the Southern District semifinals at Bellevue Chopin at 3 p.m. Okay, we encourage everybody to come and celebrate, even though you're not from the south. But come up, we'll welcome you. On the 8th is the other district semifinals, and it's the East and Southeast. It will be held at Cassibus at 3 o'clock. Okay, on the 9th to the 13th, that's History Week. Our theme this year is the national wear. So you may get to all questions you have about the national wear answered. So I believe that is championed by us. Also, we'll have our lecture on the 12th of October, the EO Libyan lecture. It will be definitely about the national wear, and it will be held at the UE Open Campus. And it will be beginning at 7 p.m. It's in collaboration with Cultural Division and the UE. Right? Then is our second Creole, which is the following Friday. And as you know, nationwide, everybody's encouraged to think. That very day, we'll have Festival Dweevil, And then we'll have our first cultural finals, and it will be held at the Old Mill Cultural Center from 5 p.m. So the winners from all the 7 district festivals will be chosen for, because we set how do I say, we break them into segments, some of the activities. So you may have dance, song, and drumming probably at one thing, may have ballet and some other form at another district. So this is one where we're not sure what will be on display at that finals, but this one will be held at the Old Mall Cultural Center from 5 p.m. Okay, the second cultural finals will be held at the PHL Secondary School in Granby, and it's from 3 p.m. at the Granby Secondary School in Granby proper, right? Then we have on that day Market Day with a Difference in Portsmouth, begins from 8 a.m. Everybody come on from the north, come on and celebrate, come down to the market. The President Charity Foundation fundraising dinner will be on that very evening, the 14th of October. It will be at the Jungle Bay, and it will be from 6 p.m. Right? And then our third cultural finals will be at Fortune in Cabritz on Sunday at 3 p.m. Okay, so I'll just make my colleague just continue the rest of the program from there, the 15th.
Of course, World Food Day is on the 16th. International.
That's all day. No, that's all day. That's all day.
I know.
They give me the paper, the right?
I find you starting late. Mine starts on the 1st of October. Well, to let everybody know, my World Food Day starts on Sunday. You know how long I have not had an independence?
Just read the people thing.
National Emblem Week starts on the 16th to the 20th of October, and that is island-wide. Then we have Flag Day, which is a big thing this year. Cultural Division and the Independence Committee. We're going to go around the south, I think, with a loud system. We don't just spill everything, but schools get ready. The Cultural Division on a big truck will be coming your way.
Okay.
Julie,
a big flag.
Michael, not to cut you, but Julie, we've done most of it usually on the western part and on the northern part.
It's the 45th year.
There was a little call to come to that little area.
It's the 45th year.
Warm them up.
We can start in the south and end in the north. How about that?
No, let's see how it works. Let's see how it works.
Carlton want to stay soft. Anyways, then on the 19th, Wednesday
choice.
19th, at Old Mill Cultural Center, we have our national Madam Wob. And don't mistake it, it's not Miss Wob, Madam of Madam Wob. Do you understand what that means? Winners of the past competing against each other again.
Okay.
And we don't want Carlton to get too excited on that, but he's going to say a little about that.
But Mickey, I'm actually going back to the Sunday, the 15th.
Okay.
Sunday, the 15th of October will be the Team Matador Creole pageant. Okay. It will be held at the Alias Forces, and I believe it begins at 3 p.m. We have 5 different schools taking part. I think we have Saint-Sauvé Primary, Woodford Hill Primary, Petit Savin Primary, Grand Bay Primary, and the Maho Primary. They're beautiful children. They're intelligent and they're very, very creative. You get to see them tomorrow. So their show will be on the 15th of October at Alias Forces, and it will be from 3 p.m. Come and celebrate the little ones. They are the ones who are going to become the icons tomorrow. So if you could come support them from this age, you never know what you could be helping to develop.
Yes.
Yeah, the 19th, 20th, 21st, we have things like Afro Hair Day. Julie, right in your area. Hard Creole Friday continues with the Festival Duive, the Market Day of a Difference. We just want to go quickly because our time is up. Then we have Creole in the North. Portsmouth by the Northern Tourism Committee. And Heritage Day, National Heritage Day.
Yes.
Woodford Hill, we coming your way. We coming your way, and all the plans and activities have been shaping up very nicely. And there's a big gala in the afternoon. I just want to tell you that it's one of the biggest galas I've ever seen on a Heritage Day.
That's so like a national cultural gala.
Oh Lord, it have everything.
Wow.
All right, so you'll hear more about it.
Yes.
23rd to the 27th, we have the Seamen Creole, our week leading up to our big Warp Duet, our TV Lash Creole, all that good stuff happening, and the World Creole Music Festival is that same weekend. Nobody needs to be reminded of what happens on Creole Week in Dominica. So it's a beautiful thing. We continue on the 28th with Market Day for Difference. The same 28th of the World Creole Music Festival. Of course, we have the Miss OECS pageant at the Old Mill Cultural Center on the 1st of November, the National Rally on the 2nd of October, November. And then the 3rd of November, we are going to have our National Day Observance Ceremony. Okay? And for those who are asking, the National Cultural Gala is on the 3rd of November, as usual, back in the Botanical Gardens at 3 p.m. So bring your family, bring your children, like how we used to do it before.
It's a whole family affair.
Yes, it's a fair. Like the children run, baby come and run and have fun.
It's time to let the children be children, like Tasha said.
You know, with all the winners from the finals and some other guest performances, of course, by local government department and the cultural division. So it brings us to the 5th.
No, it brings us to the 4th because we at Portsmouth like to put ourselves in things.
Oh,
we having our street jump up at 6. First ever Portsmouth street jump. Well, after a long time, we have no street jump up after and it's not Portsmouth, it's the north. So whether or not you're from Wesley, Marigold, and all the way down to Salisbury, we want you because we have our own band. We're not bringing our band. We're not bringing our band from Granby.
You see, they have their figured enough, and they do not want the children to come to Granby.
However, we're doing that at 6. Yes. But from midday to 6, we also having our fun day with the kids and our food fair.
Oh, nice!
So we clean up in the morning by midday because we're so effective with our cleaning will be done. Okay. And then we'll be having our food fair in the north and also a fun day with the children simultaneously at the Benjamin's Park. And then in the evening, Seawall Capital Portsmouth, we on the streets with the rhythm knockers. But you can continue your line. I'm sorry.
You're holding your breath for just that point of the program.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, but it's a nice initiative.
It's an all-day thing. Yeah.
The North will embrace it. And we talk about people already Marigot, come down. Don't go for Concord. Come down to Wesley.
It's not a Portsmouth thing. It's just a thing. A northeastern, northwest. You know, maybe not south if we can bring out one.
right. And then, you know, just the 5th of November, we have the Eat Fish Day in Biosh, side at 2 p.m. You know, and so that's a beautiful.
So when you look at it, this
we out of
is
time.
kind of compact. So we're not able to dissect some of the event for you as much.
You'll be back. You'll be back.
Always feel free to invite us. We'll always be willing to share the information and encourage people to do whatever they can to help develop Dominica and do whatever they can to play their part in ensuring that our traditional culture is alive in Dominica. Although we want to move in modern times, but we cannot forget our past and what made us who we are.
Definitely.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here with us today. We have 2 representatives from the cultural department, Mr.
Carlton Henry
and Mr.
Mikhail Farrell.
I know their name and I just want to hear the celebrity names on from them out. And this was another episode of Creole Heartbeat, and we were just sharing with you the Independence calendar, let you know we have icons in the building. We have icons running our cultural department. So let us support what we have for the season of 6 weeks of activities, cultural, CWO, everything you can think about, activities. They've put it together for us and let us support. We'll hear more from them. But as the Creole season officially have started, move and fix my madras properly. Enjoy. Manger tout bite and me and
eat, people, eat.
But next up, we have the midday news report here on Q95 FM. So have a great weekend and have a great Creole season. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Apprecier ça yo ka fait ko yo a parmi nous jodi. Là c'est mauvais valet bien non nous ka consider mon évi. Faut nous connaître pour meilleur c'est pour nous tout ça bénéfice. For only wonders you done for us all, spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good thing that you done for God, that's what makes. We thanking you, brother. Trick. Ajan lo moun di sou pa sav ki chale yo pwen wifi isi. Fò nou konnen kwaye yo akuma smarter das music. Gordon Henderson, Fritz Roy Williams, say yo. Vivian Wallace, Excite One Group vs Jeff Joe. Yo pase tout le voyage musique mou. Mais attends jodi, jeunesse te ke la jay. Si pa te wadix ki ka pousse. For only one